Okay, here we are back inside Matrixgold once again. Thanks for tuning in. Hope the videos are helping you in your designing process. If they are, please go ahead, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and tap on that notification bell for further content. And if you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee, you can always go around this area. Just below this area, there's a super thanks button, and you can go ahead and buy me a cup of coffee. That would be awesome. Today, what we're going to do is go ahead and continue on that last design inside Matrix 9. We're going to recreate that exact item inside Matrixgold this time, and kind of show off the show off the differences as we go along. And there's a lot in here, so and there's a lot we're going to have to do for certain reasons. So hopefully it'll be understandable. And if it is, and if it helps, please, like I said, go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment, and hit that like button. So let's go ahead and dive into this. We'll go to our tools, we'll grab a ring rail, and we'll just take this one. And now we'll go to gems, and we'll do gem on ring rail. And we'll just go, we'll bump it up just a little. Somewhere around there, and then we'll accept that. Now we'll select our gem since we're here, and we'll go ahead to a gem offset, and we'll take that and we'll bump this out maybe around a 1.2 or something, 1.2, 1.3, and we will drop it down a little bit, maybe a 0.8, 0.9, somewhere around there, and we'll go ahead and accept that. Right click. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and we'll go ahead and offset this curve. We'll go ahead and offset this curve with our curve. Go to our curves menu, go to offset, and the first one we'll offset it to a 0.5, and we'll accept that, and we'll right click and select that ring rail again, and we'll just take the 1 right there like that. All right. Now, yeah, we'll just go ahead and leave this like it is for right now. And we'll select this curve. We'll go to gems, and we'll do gem on rail, right? Gem on curve. And we'll take that. And I think last time we had it set up at a north or east-west rather, so I'm going to hold down shift and drag that start position around to here. I'm going to take this end position and drag it around so it's fairly close but not passing our start position, right? And then we'll just bump these stones up to where we just get 10. Right now we have 28. We'll keep bumping it up till we get count of 10. So right there we have 10 stones, and let's go ahead and move the I grabbed the wrong one, so we want it back to 10, and we'll grab our spacing, and we'll just make it closer. And now that we have we move that spacing a little bit closer, we have 11 counts, so we'll take it back down to 10 right there. Okay, and we'll accept that. All right, so we have this out here. Now inside Matrixgold, there is a command. Instead of the tool, I can't remember what it was the last time we used. Inside Matrixgold, there is a cluster prong. So we're going to take that, click on that. It says to select our center gem. We'll select that. Now it says select our cluster gems, and that'll be these, and then hit enter. So we'll hit enter, and it gives us some prongs out there, right? But they're just kind of like the shared prong going around there, and that's not kind of what we want. We want to try and make it so we had another prong right out here, right? So we'll come over to our dynamic commands, and we'll click on that, and we'll go to the second one here, this one here, and we'll click on that, and that adds the prong to the outside. So we have the shared prong on the inside, the shared prong on the outside, and the unshared right here in our mid, right? Okay, so now we're going to be doing a lot inside here, and actually I'll just go ahead and drag this out right here so we can kind of play around with it. And we want to kind of get our views in so we can kind of see everything a little bit better. Something like this. Now, right now we're on our shared inside prong, right? Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to let's see. take this diameter, and I think last time we had it set at a 1.2, so let's go ahead and take it to 1.2, enter, and then just type in a 1.2 because it takes us to both the top and the bottom just by typing 1.2 and 1.2, and you can see we got some nice heavy prongs out there, and we don't want them mesh. We'll go ahead and turn them to NURBS or poly surfaces. And we'll just scroll down here to the bottom now, and we'll just kind of bump these up to where maybe the top of that prong is going with the girdle of our, or the table of our stone, rather, somewhere around there. And we'll go to our length here, and I'll just go in and type a 3 and hit enter, and it drops those prongs down to where somewhere I think that they'll probably be okay. So we have this out here, and let's go ahead and give it some shading too. So we have this, and let's kind of zoom in here, and it's kind of not really touching our stone very much, or if at all. So let's do a little nudge, and we'll just kind of nudge those in a little bit to where we think that they might be okay, and we're still got a little contact out here with our smaller stones, right? Okay, so I'll just go ahead and accept that for right now. Now we'll go to our shared outside prongs. So that will be these here, right, in between each stone, the shared ones. I'll click on there, so we'll activate the shared prongs. And we'll scroll down here, and the top, we'll just go ahead and take that to a 1. And the bottom or base, we'll take that to a 1 as well. And it's kind of out a little far, so we'll just go ahead and do a nudge a little bit. It's going the wrong way, so we'll just go back this way. We can do this one too, nudge that in a little so that they're kind of touching. And then also go to our Z offset, and we'll drag that up, no, not that far, maybe somewhere around here to give us that height, right, that we need to be able to set the stones, maybe just a little bit more. Just to be safe, we can always file some of that off, and but we have plenty of it to set, right? And we'll just go ahead and leave that for right now. And now what we're going to do, we don't have any unshared inside prongs in between the prongs here, but we do have unshared outside prongs, so we're going to take that here, and then we're going to go down, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and bump that up to a 1, and we're going to bump this up to 1, so 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter, and they are way off our stone there. Our Z offset, let's go ahead and drag that up to about the same spot that we have our others. Somewhere around there should be fine. And then we'll go to our gem nudge, and then bump them in to where they're going to be making contact with our stone, right? So now the stones are all kind of nice and nudged in there. Now I'll just go ahead and take this and drop it back over here for right now. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. So we'll just go ahead and take that. All right, so we have all our prongs out here. We'll wait to add everything. Let's go ahead and add this one, though. We'll get our under bezel, and we'll just kind of play around with that. Yeah, we'll kind of move this in, make this a little bit thinner. And my dome, I'm not a real big domey person for under bezels, so I'll take that down quite a bit, and we'll do an angle in, and then we'll kind of flip it over and look underneath here, and drag that up to where it's kind of like with our other prongs, right? So something like that should be fine. All right, and I'll go ahead and accept that, and I am going to go ahead and just hide my stones just to take a look, and it looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and accept that. All right, now before we go any further, let's go ahead and let's work on getting this under part all set up, right? So what I'll do is I'll go ahead back to my curves and we'll just grab a circle and I'll change that to yellow and place it at F4 starting position. And I'll go ahead and turn off snaps so it's not snapping to everything. Hold down shift so it's going to my north-south direction and maybe bump it up somewhere around here, right? Okay, so we have that. Now what I'm going to do is go to my curve for two views, select that, and the first one is this one to my ring rail, and accept that. And now I'll right click, bring back, select it again, go to my second one and right click, bring it back and click on it again and go to my third one and right click. Okay, let's back out of that. I did a little backwards. Let's abort that command. All right, so let's just go back, curve from two views, this one to this one. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 stacked up on top of each other. All right, and that's kind of what we want for right now. And I'll go to my ring rail here and we'll just go ahead and show that again so that we can still see our ring rail. All right, so we have all this out here, right? Let's see. I'll just go ahead and take this. Let's go ahead and accept that. I'm going to go ahead and take this stuff here, so it'll select them all, and we'll just go ahead and ungroup them, and we'll take these bottom ones and just go ahead, turn them to gray and hide them for right now. All right, so now we need to, last time we did the dupe and then did the curve. Well, we also inside that command for the where is it at? The cluster prong builder, right? We have another option here. We have curve. So I'm going to select this curve box right here, and then I'm going to go pick the middle one, right? And then go ahead and select that, and it goes ahead and puts all. Yeah, I accepted it. It puts all the prongs out there, except it does the center and everything. So you got all kind of prongs going in there, right? And that's not exactly what we want. So we're going to go back and do some more editing. First one we're going to do is go back to our shared inside prong, which is holding the center stone there. And we are going to go ahead and turn that one off. So now it goes back to where it was before we did that curve on there, right? So it just doesn't take those to the curve, which is kind of what we want. And now I'll go back up here and we'll go to our shared outside prong and we'll scroll down here to the bottom and my prong base tilt, right? I'm going to go ahead and slide this all the way over to negative 90 degrees. So now you can see that it put a little curve on there right there, right? I'm going to go up here to let's see, my base amount, and I'm going to type in a 1.1, which I think was what we had last time. And then I'll go ahead in here and type in a 0.8, and then another 0.8, and then hit enter. And now you can see we have a little curvature going on there. You could actually add more. Well, let's go ahead and accept that there. Okay, so you can actually add more. That's a little high. We got that little high up there, so we'll take care of that in a second. I'm going to go back here because we need to do one more. We need to do the unshared right here. And again, what we need to do is take that prong base tilt and go ahead and drag it all the way over so we have a negative 90. And now we have a curvature on that other, and we'll do it again. Base 1.1. Enter a 0.8 here, 0.8, enter, and we'll do another 0.8 here. Okay, so now we have this going on, right? Okay, and then we'll hit enter, and now we'll select our stone, a gemstone, right, or center stone, and then hit enter because we have the power to do anything we want, and we can drag that down just a little, and everything updates for us, right? And we have the north, south, east, west in here, right? Okay, and I'll go ahead and accept that. Now there's one thing, what you probably should do is go ahead at this point, right? At this point, go ahead and save it. So we'll just do a full save so we can come back and edit it anytime we want, right? The reason being is because check this out. If we go back in here, say we decide maybe we want a princess cut or an oval or emerald cut or something, right? So I'll go back in here and I'll select my center stone. We'll scroll down and I'll go from round to princess cut, right? And it goes ahead and pretty much updates everything for you. You'll have to make some minor adjustments, maybe move those outside prongs around a little bit. But it does a pretty good job of going ahead and adding that in there and maybe redo some of the prongs on the inside. It just really depends on what look you're going for. Let's go to an oval. So we have an oval, and that one's perfect. It's good to go as is. We can go to cushion, and we have that out there. We can go to an emerald cut, right? And that's a pretty good setup. But there you can go in, and if you want to change the size of the center stone, which it'll go ahead and add extra stones in and add those prongs to it, and you can play around with this all day long. Let's go back to maybe the oval. Cushion cut. Let's go cushion cut there. So you can really make all kinds of designs very quickly. But the reason why we saved it now is because watch, we have all our dynamic commands over here, right? We have all the ones that we've done, the ring rail, we have all the offset curves, we have everything. If I was to say, I just want to go back to my original because I don't like this, and you just go ahead and hit escape. Nothing happens. Last night, this whole thing disappeared when I did that. So just be cautious, I guess. Maybe go ahead and save it because sometimes all this will disappear. So be a little cautious. But now we can go back and re-edit it, right? So maybe we want it a little smaller. You see, everything updates very nicely, very quickly for us, which is just awesome. Okay, so I'll hit escape. We'll just go back to the original, and luckily nothing disappeared tonight, but I did do this last night actually, and when I did, this whole thing just disappeared, so maybe there was another reason for it. I'm not sure, but okay, this will give us the prongs all just straight, right? Last time we did the shared prong, we came over to like this, right? And it's not going to do that for you. So if you go in here, there's no command in there to say, okay, I want these prongs going this direction, that prong going that direction, and it still be able to update for us. So there's nothing that we can do really in that command to get it, but there is a very easy way to go ahead and be able to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is we don't need, let's see, those are all grouped together. So let's go ahead and just hide our gemstones. And we can hide this as well. We don't need that. We'll just take those gemstones and hide them versus turn them off. Okay. So now the first thing we need to do probably is we'll go back to curves, and we'll just do a parametric dupe, and we'll just dupe these curves for our prong, right? For our prong right here, the non-shared prong, right? So we're going to dupe this one. We'll go over dupe this one. Dupe that one, dupe this one, dupe this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one here, and one more. So we should have 10 out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we have 10, and we'll just go ahead and take those. All right, so we have all those duped, right? And our top, what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and just grab one of them, right? So let's see it doesn't really matter which one, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to an extract ISO. Well, let's complete that command. We're going to extract, select surface. I'm going to hold down Shift Control, select this surface, and for some reason it doesn't give me that surface. It gives me this one, which is still a shared prong, no big deal. And I'm going to take this down, and I'll go ahead and change that. And I want to put it right toward the top of my prong, right where the dome goes in. So right now it's right on that, right where before the dome comes up, right? And I'll go ahead and hit enter. So now I have that, right? So since this is a round, right? It's a round. What we can do is just go ahead and transform array and go to our Z axis and change that from 5 to 10, and now we have them on every one, right? So now what we can do is hold down Shift Control, and if we go through like that, we can just go and ungroup them. So ungroup, and we'll select, well, we'll go ahead and select all these that are going around our center, and we'll turn them to a different color for right now and go ahead and pop them off. And now we'll just go ahead and we'll select the prongs that are the shared, right? We'll select that one, this 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 one, and one more, and we'll turn those to red, right? And now we'll take all our purple and go ahead. We don't want to delete it. If we delete it, we'll break history, so we'll turn them to gray and hide them, and we'll bring back all our red, select all our red, and change them to purple. Okay, so we have all those out there now. Now it's just real quick to go back in and do that surface profile sweep, right? So we can do the surface profile sweep from this curve. Let's go ahead. Before I do that, let's go ahead and select all these, group at the top, and make it easier. We'll just go ahead and ungroup them so I don't have to keep on holding down Shift and Control, and we'll ungroup those. So now we can go do the profile sweep very quickly. One here, one here. Okay. Let's do that again. One here and one there. Okay, it's all right. First curve here, second curve here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we took it down to a 0.8 and a 1.1. I think 1.1 is going to be a little much. 1.1. We'll take it to 0.8 so that we have a little indentation there, right? And we'll just turn this off, see what it looks. Yeah, it looks better. Okay. And then right click, bring it back. 0.8 and a 0.8. And enter. Right click, bring it back. 0.8. And 0.8, and turn that off. I don't know if I turned it off on this one. No, I did not. So let's go back and edit that one. Turn it off. Okay. And then right click, bring it back again. Okay, it's not it's profile sweep. One there, one here, 0.8 and 0.8. Okay, so we have those four. So let's go ahead and take that green, and let's go ahead, transform and mirror it over to our other side, just so we have those over there. We can do that because it's a round, right? And let's see, let's continue on. Let's right click this curve here and that curve there. Okay, back to our surfaces, rather, profile. This one, 0.8. 0.8. All right, right click here. Second here, 0.8. and 0.8. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's do this last one here. Right click, select this curve, this one here, take it down to 0.8, drag this into 0.8, right click, accept it, and I did not turn those off. So let's go back, turn that one off, turn that one off, and turn that one off. What I'm doing is clicking on it, right clicking, which will bring back my commands, and then I can just turn it off. And we'll take that one. All right, and then we'll do it one more time. Let's see. Profile sweep. This one here. This, ooh, okay. I hit the wrong curve, so let's just back out of that one. Right click. First profile, I hit this curve here. So 0.8 and 0.8 and turn it off. Okay. And we'll do this one here. It looks like we could mirror those around actually, but this isn't that difficult. So I'm just going to continue on. 0.8, 0.8. Turn that off. Okay, and one more maybe. First profile, second profile, 0.8, and 0.8. All right. Yeah, and we'll turn that off. Okay, and we'll take that. So we'll select this one, hold down shift, grab that one, that one, that one, this one, and this one, I think. Yeah, and we'll mirror those on around since we're in a round, except we need to take it to an X, not a Y, and we have all them out there now, right? They're all up there. Now, the only last thing we have to do is go ahead and just grab one of those, but first we'll go to solids, or not solids, tools, sorry, and we have a parametric command right here, profile cap, and we'll just select our profile, and that'll be this, and we'll kind of just make it something similar to the ones that are out there already, something like that. We'll take that and go to transform, rotate in our Z axis, and we will add 10 on there and go ahead and hit enter. Right, so now we have all the prongs, and let's go back and show everything, and we're pretty much where we were originally, right? Back to the exact same thing as last time, right? Now we should, we should be able to still manipulate this a little, at least. Where's my gem offset? There we go, gem. We should be able to, maybe if we wanted to bring this down a little, we should be able to do that, and we'll right click and accept it. So that will update, and it does this here. That's the whole thing about why we save it here. Because I don't know, for some reason I cannot figure out a way to get these from not moving around. So I'm going to be posting some questions on the Academy forum about this issue, and maybe I can get some other responses, and when I do, I'll get back with you. But right now, let's just go ahead and take it back. So we got this out there, right? And this is exactly like what we had in the last video, right? So next thing we need to do is go ahead and select these. Go ahead and ungroup them and select one by holding down Control, just one of them, and then go ahead and regroup those others back together. Go to our tools, settings, and we'll go to under bezel, and we'll select this one and hit enter, and it'll place our under bezel out there. First thing we need to do is drop this down, that dome down. We don't want it so high, and then make this up to where we kind of like it, and then we'll take this up a little bit perhaps, and we want to angle that maybe, so because we don't need it, it's straight, so we'll angle it in. Make sure it's still touching there. And we'll go ahead and say that's good. Well, our little hole here, thickness 0.8, that's pretty good actually. We'll take this up a little so that hole is a little bit larger. We'll go ahead and hit enter. Now we can go to our tools, match attributes, select objects to apply style sheets to. That'll be these, and enter, and then from this one and our under bezel and apply. Okay, so we have all our under bezels out there, right? Now last thing is go ahead and take all this and we'll just hide it for right now. And I'll go to a little bit all perspectives so I can kind of see. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our curves just like last time, right? And we'll do the parametric offset curve. So we'll just do the select this. Well, we'll go to offset curve. Where's that? Right here, offset from here. And we'll take this into maybe 0.8. And we'll hit enter, the bottom one. Now I'm going to right click and take the top one, and we're going to take that to a 0.8 as well. And now we have those, right? And we can do a surface loft parametric. We can select this bottom one, that inside bottom one, our top one, and our outside top one. And we can go ahead and hit enter, and we can come over here and hit closed, right? And that should be okay. We can see how they're going to go in there. Now with this, what we can do, you can see we're going to have a little bit of offset there, right? So we can take this curve down here and we can hold down shift and select our 3D gumball right there. Hold down shift and bump it out a little bit. And we get something like that going on. Wow, that didn't happen last time. Okay. Well, we can also just select this here and hold down this gumball and bring it out. And let's see if it just makes it a little bit larger. Now all those are going in, right? Let's go ahead and show everything again so we can kind of see if they're still okay. It broke history on that. But now all the prongs are going in there fine, no problems at all. Okay. So there we go. Now it's just a matter of go ahead and adding your shank on there, of course. So we can go to tools, go to profile. Well, first let's grab an outside ring rail and we'll just do this one. Kind of watch over here where it's going in at. We'll drag it up, maybe something like that. We'll take this holding down shift out to 2.5. And we'll take this out to 2.5 as well, and then go ahead and hit enter. And this one we'll put a little bit different profile on. We'll select our ring rail, inside ring rail, and we'll add a different profile. I think we just kept it to a normal U one or whatever. This one we'll just give it a little bit more extra life. We'll just do something like this here. And our first profile, we want to drag out a little bit, somewhere maybe like around here. And this one, we want to go ahead and select our outside ring rail. There we go. And then maybe bring it in some. We could go something like that, maybe 2.4. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and mirror that. And then down here at the bottom, we'll add another one, and we'll change this one to something a little different. We'll go this one here and come down here and do my little bit larger, maybe a 4, and we should be good to go. So we'll take that. Now we'll go to surface 2, 1, 2, select this curve, and this curve, and hit enter. I'll do it again. I'll right click, bring it back, select our rails, 1, 2, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 here, and then hit enter. Okay, so we have this, and it goes ahead and puts our caps out there, which are fine. Yeah. maybe you can manipulate this a little bit more if you'd like. I'm just going to go ahead and click, and then I'll select that profile, maybe bring it in just a little bit. We'll go to this one here and maybe bump it in just a little, something like that. And we'll take that. Actually, we can drag that in just a little bit more. So we'll take that, we'll edit again, and we'll just kind of bump it in just a little bit more, something like that. And then we just need to add a little piece here, so we'll grab that. We'll go to our tools, profile placer, select our curve, that'll be this one, and it adds this out here. We'll take one right here, we'll change that one to just a little curvature there, and we'll take this into maybe a 2 millimeter, and we'll, I can't see there it is, drop it down to a 0.8, since that's what our rail inside there is, 0.8, and then we'll just add another one somewhere right in here, and then we'll hit enter, and we'll go ahead back to our surface 1 because we want to go ahead and put those caps on there. And then I'll select that one, select, no, okay, I got a little crazy there. We'll deselect those. We'll go to our wireframe, and we'll select this curve here and this curve here, and hit enter and enter, and I'll select that, and we'll change that to this layer here so we know it's not connected, and we'll do transform, mirror parametric, and we're there. Okay. And now we pretty much have the exact ring with the different shank on it, right? And we can go back to that outside rail. It looks like we can bump that up a little bit, maybe make it, and you can do all kinds of manipulation, but our stones are pretty much set. There we go. Our stones are pretty much set, though. For some reason, after you do even if you do these here, just going straight down, well, you can manipulate that style all day long, or save style all day long. But when you do this, for some reason, it's not, and I've done all kinds of trying to do it parametric. I've actually gone in there and put gemstones around there, at 10 of them, at a 1 millimeter, and put gem offset curve, so it's all parametric, and it still will not update. It just changes. So I'll ask questions on the Academy, and if I get any answers or anything, I'll pass it on to you. But this is still a very quick way, and then you can always just manipulate it from this part here. You don't have to go back and do all those other prongs. Just those, if you want these kind. If you just want them straight down, well, that's real easy. You can just keep it like this, parametric, all day long, right? This just gives you a little bit more. But when we grab this stone, for some reason, I haven't figured it out yet. I know this changes, but we should be able to be updated. And I can't get it to do that. So, but we could go to our offset and bump it up. I think that'll be fine. And, well, no, it's going ahead and see how they go from this side all the way over to that side. That's what I don't understand. But we'll back out of that. But anyway, still a really easy way to do it. If we change this stone, let's try changing this stone. Go from a round to a princess cut. Yeah, it's kind of jacking up, or you'll still have to go back and redo those prongs there for some reason. But really not I mean, it's still a quick way to get many different designs, and then go ahead and add different kinds of prong techniques on there to get a different look, right? And then you could put gemstones or cutouts and here, and designs in the side, gemstones going down the edges, lots that you could do with this. So hopefully this video will help, and if it does, please go ahead, like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and good designing.